Okay, so can you please state your name for the record, sir?
Yes, my name is Bobby Mardis.
Okay, and what is your capacity within the industry?
I'm a writer, producer, director, and on this particular finance summit, I was on the panel. Actually, I was a moderator for the panel about packaging and financing and just getting your whole thing together. And Tanya actually asked me to moderate this, and the whole day has been really a good informative day for everyone. There's a lot of filmmakers coming here, from producers, writers, directors, or just people actually looking for the funding, the financing for their various projects. And this is one of the few places you can come and get an array of talent from. When I say talent, I mean in the financial world, talent,
Yeah, most definitely.
to come and get all this information from all spectrums of financing, from venture capitalists to the banking industry, and to soft money, and all the different areas of getting the money, which really starts with the script, the package, and then go shopping for the money. So this was a good array of people coming to find this information out and giving the information. There's always a competitive spirit. I mean, when you come to Los Angeles, from wherever you've come from, it's a dog-eat-dog world. This is one of the hardest industries there is. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a bachelor's, no degree, a doctorate, it doesn't matter. When you come here, we're all on the same. You can come here and get on a series the next day, or you can be working in here 30 years and not get anything. So it's very dog-eat-dog and competitive. However, now I'm going to contradict myself and say, when in an environment like in this environment, it's more everybody's working for the same common denominator, which is getting funding for their film. So it's very easy to walk up to the panelists, get cards, get their emails, and communicate afterwards. Even with the people in the audience, you can walk up to them, they can walk up to you. It's a very open environment, and a lot of times if you don't meet them in places like this, you can't call them at Paramount or wherever and say, hey, look, I'd like to spend some time talking with you. You won't even get through to them. So in an environment like this, it's very helpful to find out everything that's in their mind that helps you get to the next level. And the good thing about this event is that everyone is at various levels of their career. Some people have done 2 or 3 films, short. Some people have done any projects whatsoever. And so what we do is we strip it down and give everybody the common information, the common denominator of getting to the next level. And you take what you need home with you, and then it's all about what happens after this event is over. What did you take home with you, and what did you use to get to the next level?
Okay, now speaking of what did you take home with you, I'm going to reverse that right back to you.
Okay.
What is the most memorable bit of information that you've taken from these seminars and conferences and been able to implement in your line of work?
Well, that's an interesting question, because even though I've been on the panels before for Tanya and I've moderated the panels, I actually stayed. And because the reason why I stayed is that no one knows everything. You can always learn that one other thing, that one additional thing, you can always learn. And so that's why I hung around, and will continue to hang around on the next panel, is because one of the guests may say that one thing that will trigger me or get me to the next level in my filmmaking aspirations. I'm getting ready to do a horror film. It's a Boys in the Hood meets Saw.
Oh, nice.
And the connections that I met a gentleman, Jeff Burnham, who's on a project that he's with the soft money, which is the monies that come from rebates from various states, and so depending upon what state I shoot it, is like, for example, Michigan's 41%, Louisiana's 35%.
Yeah.
I can go to him and say, all right, Jeff, here's my game plan. Give me the best scenarios of the rebates and the tax incentives. So I just met someone. Now I don't have to pick up a phone or pick up the 411, which is our production information book.
Okay.
It's not just the 411,
yeah.
but it's an actual book. And do cold calls. I'm actually going to implement from the people that I meet. And I take out their business cards and I say, hey, look, I met this person, and I put notes on it. When I get home, I'll put a note on the back of the card, and I'll say, hey, look, I met you at this seminar, this, that, and the other. I was the da-da-da-da-da, and let's move forward. Let's have lunch. And learned from an Asian guy that it's always better for a poor man to take a rich man out to lunch, because the rich man, why should he take you out? He has everything. But you who have less than him can stand to gain more by his knowledge. So I'm taking people out to lunch. Yeah. That's just what I do.
All right, man. Hey, thank you very much for your time, Bobby. We really appreciate
Pleasure.
it, man.